So you've coached, I don't know how many people, but a bunch of people. And when, if they are newly introduced to this idea that the part of them there that is self-sabotaging or that is having that issue, as soon as you are presenting the idea that this is not you, Daniel, this is not you, Morgan, this is a part of you, but you're fine, or you're like, you are not identifying your whole being, because maybe the majority is maybe, okay, I am my name and I am my work and I'm identified as like just like this one moving part, this flesh suit. And as soon as you introduce that, okay, this is a part and we can dissociate from this part and have a look at it, that major benefits happen or major acceptance happen quite quickly.
Yeah.
Is that a, could that be an accurate guess? Because
Yeah, I mean, just this.
what I pull out from your work is that there's a layer of acceptance going on.
Mhm. I would say a great example, and yeah, I agree. Just that shift itself is huge.
Yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I see it often with anger.
Mm.
If a person is angry and kind of becomes their anger, is blended with their anger, has no distance to it, then a lot of horrible things can happen. So, and I also hold some workshops on anger occasionally, where I emphasize that anger itself isn't bad, but it's our relationship with it. We lose ourselves in the anger. And that is the problem. If I'm furious right now and I can hold that angry part, I can be with that angry part, I can notice the sensations in my body, then I can also choose what to say, what to do. I'm still in control instead of the anger coming in, taking over, and just fucking things up for me.
Yeah. It often does. If you just
Yeah.
let it run the bus, as you said.
Yeah. And that's just one of many parts that could run the show and take over. There are parts that shut down emotionally. There are parts that create a lot of anxiety, parts that don't want to socialize and want to be alone. But there is another part that really wants to socialize. So a lot of different parts. And if we can have that, we observe them. What we usually say in IFS is speak for the part rather than from the part. So I would say to you, my insecure part feels this, rather than it completely coming up and becoming me, and I have no distance to it at all. So speaking for the part instead of from the part is is a huge part of IFS.
Yeah, I can really see it working. But I'm also like listening from like different lenses of other therapy forms, but I can really like see how this uh, this acceptance, this dissociation from the issues as well, and not like being completely absorbed in the anger or the inner gamer or the inner depressed dude that is just like sitting at home at father's basement or whatever he's doing. I can really see this working. And I'm wondering, what are the most common parts you see in men? Do you see like like a slight or a huge difference between like men and women? Is there any like more common parts you see in men that are bigger and are taking like more place specifically in men compared to women?
Mm. Yeah, men. Um, yeah, I would say men often vulnerable feelings seem to be um, less shown. So the sad part or the insecure part or parts that are vulnerable that could be hurt tend to be more hidden in men. whereas women are much better at showing that and connecting to that part. And I'm not blaming men for it, I'm blaming society for it, but that's something that I do see, the unwillingness to show vulnerability.
Yeah, someone listening right now that's a man is like, okay, but why should I show sadness? Why should I show myself vulnerable? Because I always get damaged, I get hurt, I get ridiculed, I get laughed at when I'm showing myself vulnerable. And this is also like a struggle I've been like dealing with for many, 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 many years because it has not been safe to show sadness, to show emotions, to show that you are scared or show that you are vulnerable in a certain situation because like physically it feels like a life or death situation.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware of the different parts.
Yeah.
But what issues do you see for men not being able to access sadness and being vulnerable? What are the issues
Yeah.
that comes from that?
Well, I first want to answer that about some men don't find it safe and they get
Okay.
ridiculed, because I really think that's valid. And if it's not welcome, if you show your vulnerable side and people laugh at you or ridicule you, then that's not the setting to do it in. So I would invite those men to change environment and change setting so that they can find a place and a setting where it's met with as much self as possible, met with acceptance, met with, you're welcome to be sad in this space. I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm not going to change you. Your sadness is beautiful and thank you for expressing it. So that's an important shift to make so that you don't keep being authentic in places where you get punished for it, because it can just be re traumatizing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And the risk of just keeping the vulnerable parts hidden, exiling them. Wow. I mean, where to start?
Okay. Well, like I I have nothing going on for today. So.